Spartans! What is your profession?
Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I will be showing you the Dagger Dagger Elementalist, which is quite famous at the moment. So first of all, you're gonna need the Dagger Dagger with the Sigil of Battle and the Sigil of Doom. We will be using the Rune of Strength for the plus 45 my duration, and also the Celestial Amulet to also not only to gain a lot of power but also a lot of condition damage, but I will show you that later. We're gonna use the 2 in Earth, the 6 in Water, and the 6 in Arcana. Now basically in Earth you're gonna put the Elemental Shielding to have protection every time you use auras. What's an aura? It's the Dagger 3 right here, or it's the Water 4, and there is also one you can make for yourself, which is the Fire one right here. So you put a fire field and you leap through it with Earth 3, press twice and you leap. You got the fire shield right here, so that also counts as an aura. So we got 3 auras, so we got 3 sources to gain protection through aura, but also thanks to the elemental attunement, every time you switch to Earth you also gain 6.5 seconds of protection. So for the 6 in Water we're gonna use 3, 10 and 11. A lot of people are using Soothing Wave, but it's not worth it. It's a too low healing. It takes too long to gain that 666 regeneration if you get a crit hit. Just stick with the Cantrip Mastery for yourself. So those utilities right here have a reduced cooldown of 20%. For the 10 we're gonna be using the Cleansing Wave. Remove a condition from you and your allies while attuning to water. Now this one works in perfect harmony with the Cleansing Water, and the Cleansing Water works in perfect harmony with your elemental attunement, because the elemental attunement in Arcana gives regen every time you switch to water, and this one removes a condition when granting regeneration to yourself or an ally, yeah. And this one removes also a condition when you switch to water. So basically when you switch to water you can instantly remove 2 conditions, so that's something you need to know. Now for the 6 in Arcana we will be using 2, 8 and 11. With this trait right here it's possible to gain permanent vigor, but the thing is, because we have this minor trait right here with Fury, like right now we have about 25% critical chance. Now if you gain Fury, Fury gives an additional 20% critical chance, so meaning you will have 45% chance to crit, which is way more than enough. You just have to crit once to gain this boon right here. So you got 2.5 seconds every time you switch attunement to gain that vigor. Now this one right here, Elemental Attunement, is the 8 in Arcana. Every time you switch attunement you gain an additional boon. They're all here like you can see. And for the 11 it's the Evasive Arcana, so each time you dodge in a certain attunement when you're in combat there will be a certain effect, a certain damage. It all depends what attunement you're in. Like for instance, if you right click on this trait you can see them all 4. If you dodge in fire it will be the Flame Burst. If you dodge in water it will be the Cleansing Wave, which is the same as this one. Water 5, it's pretty cool because it also removes 1 condition from itself, so it's also another condition cleansing right here. In air it will be Blinding Flash, so if the enemy is within the radius of 180 then you will be able to blind them if you dodge in air. And the last one is the Shockwave, which I pretty much love a lot because since the April patch they made it a blast. Now why is blasting important on the LA? Because we are using the Rune of Strength and the Celestial Amulet, which lives in perfect harmony together, for only one reason. Basically it's because of the condition damage a hybrid build can cause. It's the same with the Assault Axe Sword Warrior, which was my previous video, and I also explained why those two are perfect harmony together. Now, the first thing you need to know about strength is what might actually is. What is might? Might actually gives two attributes, which is more power if you gain might, but you also gain more condition damage, which a lot of new people don't know. Might doesn't only give more power, it also gives more condition power. Like, I'm gonna switch to fire now. As you can see, the basic numbers are 534 and 1525. Excuse me. So if I switch to fire right now, as you can see, the numbers went up because I gained 1 stack of might. So the more might you have, the more power you gain, but also the more condition damage. Now, an LA doesn't really have a big income of condition skills, but with the burning and with the bleeding from the earth attunement and with the poison of Sigil of Doom, you have way more than enough to deal a good amount of damage through condition damage actually. But we won't be focusing on causing condition damage, we will be focusing around stacking might. So basically there are some fire fields right here. This one is a fire field, but this one is more easier because it lasts for 5 seconds, so you got a bit of time. It's also a ring. So if you got a fire field, you basically still need to blast it to gain might. So with Water Tree, which is a blast finisher since April, the dodge and earthquake because of this trait right here, evasive arcana, like you can see, shockwave. So if I dodge in earth while I'm in combat, it's also a blast finisher. The earth 4 is a blast finisher, and the earth 5 is a blast finisher. Now the earth 5 is a special skill because it takes very long, like 3¼ second to activate. But do know, even if the fire field is gone already, as long as you started this skill in a fire field, you will gain those stacks of might. The same is also the same with lightning flash right here. As you can see, you can instant teleport with the skill you're using. It's the same as with the thief using steel. So if I'm gonna put my fire field right here, let's say the team fight is over here, but you can't afford being stuck in it. You gain this one right here, you low churning earth right here, and you can just lightning flash to here. And as you can see, I got my 3 stacks of might from blasting the fire field. You don't need to stay in the fire field in order to blast it. You just need to start the skill inside the fire field, and it doesn't matter where it ends. So that's something you need to know. So basically how we will be stacking might is using fire attunement, water attunement, and earth attunement. Now I want to be sure the cooldown on churning earth is over, so I'm gonna wait a bit and explain the utilities meanwhile. So we will be using the Signet of Restoration, which grants health time every time you cast a spell. It's 275 healing every time you cast a spell. Do know, never use the skill as an active healing, so never press it. Just let it do its job as a passive Signet. You never need to activate it. Just spam your skills as fast as possible, and you will heal a lot more. For the cantrips, we're gonna use 3 cantrips, which is the lightning flash, like I just showed you. The range is 900, pretty cool. It's also an instant cast, like I just explained and showed with the churning earth. With whatever skill you want to use, it's just an instant cast and it won't interrupt your skill. We're gonna also be using the armor earth. You at least need 1 stun breaker. It also gives protection, it gives stability. So basically with the Dagger Dagger Elementalist, you're able to have permanent protection on you, so that's pretty good as well. Cleansing fire, it removes 3 conditions and it burns the target if it's within the radius of 240. For the elite, we're gonna use the Glyph of Elementalist. Now, depending on the situation, if you got the situation in hand, if it's a situation you can handle, you can just stay in fire and use the elite, so you got the fire elemental. Now, depending on what attunement you are, it will be a different elite. So you will actually summon some sort of minion, but basically the most useful are the fire one and the air one in a 1 versus 1 situation. Now, in a team fight, it's better if you take water or earth, because the water kind of heals you and the earth one gives you more protection. Now, it's not in the description, but if you just go to Guild Wars 2 Wikipedia and just type in Glyph of Elementals, there you see the complete list of skills your minions can do on their own, and you will also see their bonus attributes. So now, for the might stacking, as you can see right here, the Celestial Amulet and the Rune of Strength is in perfect harmony, because we will be stacking might for the power, but also for the condition damage. Now, the more might you gain, the more condition damage you're gonna have, like I explained earlier. Now, I'm gonna show you guys, if you're above 20 stacks of might, how much condition damage you're actually gonna have. Do know that the basic meta condition engineer has around 1100 condition damage. It doesn't have more. It's around that. If it's the meta build, I made a video about it. It's 1040 or something. Also, the Necro has between 1200 and 1400. And they're both using the Rabbit Amulet, which gives a lot of condition damage, by the way, like here. But with the Celestial, with the Runes of Strength, and with the stacking abilities of the Elementalist, I will be showing you something. So the starting number right here is 534. Here it's 1525. So remember those numbers. I'm gonna stack some might a bit now. The fire field, the blast, the dodge in earth, the blast, and another blast right here. So you got 15 stacks of might. I'm gonna try for more. 19 stacks. 19 still. Fire field, blasting, 22. Okay. There you go, 25 stacks of might. And as you can see now, it's 1409 condition damage and 2400 power. So you can imagine how beneficial stacking might actually is. Now, of course, in a 1 versus 1 situation or in a team fight, you can't afford stacking might that much. So it's essential to let your team know you're putting a fire field, you're gonna blast it. So if you blast it all together, and certainly with the thief, with the shortbow too, it's quite easy to gain 25 stacks of might. So basically this was the elemental build, but there is one thing you need to know. This is actually a kind of selfish build because it keeps you alive, but there are two traits or something you can change to actually be more of a team player. Now, instead of cleansing water, you're gonna take powerful aura. So auras you gain for weapon skills are also applied to nearby allies, so that's pretty cool as well. Let's see, you can also take Arcana Resurrection, so it gives a certain aura if you revive someone. Let's see if there's something else. That's also a must. If you go for aura sharing, that's a must. I will just post this supportive build also in the description, so if you rather want to be more useful for your team, you can try this out. Like if I use my aura right now, as you can see, the other people has it as well, and while they're getting it, they also gain protection through my trait. So yeah guys, basically this was my build. I will make a gameplay video of it separately because it's much easier for me to do so. Just like and subscribe if you want to see more. I will be making one more elemental build very soon, which is also pretty cool. It won't be a staff one, it's actually a dagger focus one, and it's pretty awesome. I think it's even more fun compared to the Dagger Dagger one, because it offers a lot of team support. But anyway guys, I will be going off. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to contact me, just contact me here on this video, or just send an in-game mail to terrasquad.2349 and I will answer as soon as possible, because I'm online every day. You don't need to wait quite long until I answer. Okay guys, thanks for watching and I see you later.